This project was a while ago. It was some lot clearing, structure pruning in oak, and taking some dead wood out of a tree that was in the parking lot. A couple things that I wanted to share here. So on the tree that I'm taking out with the Milwaukee top handle, its leads are primarily leaning back and to the apartment to the left of the parking lot. There's only one lead that's going into the parking lot. So what I did was I took a ratchet strap and I tied that front lead to the other leads, and I used the weight of the front leading lead to pull the other two over. They weren't very big at all. They're pretty small, but it was enough that I couldn't do it by hand or tie a rope off to something else. It was just easier to tie them all together. It's cool to see the front lead take possession of the other leads and kind of make it easier. So I just wanted to share this a little bit because anything that I can do to help somebody who's in a situation and might see this and they might be able to use it or implement it in their practice, and it'll make your life a lot easier. It sure did for me, because I would have had to figure something out with, a come along or something. It's just like, okay, just tie it together with a ratchet strap. If it would have been bigger, I would have probably used 1/2-inch rope or the correct diameter of rope for the job. But that was pretty small, so I just used a ratchet strap, something I had on hand. I usually keep different lengths of rope and different hanks for stuff like that, but I just had that ratchet strap, so I used it pretty quick. Check out these sick glasses. Got those at the TCIA. I've been showing and talking about this Milwaukee top handle saw a lot. It's growing on me, but the 201 I got from Ripsaw is sweet. I'm gonna have some more content coming out with that soon. The Urban Timber Farm. Came off the stump nice. They're all tied together. One was leaning forward, two was leaning back. Well, they weren't leaning where I wanted them to go. If you want music, go to Spotify. We're doing tree work here. So here is the first person part of the video. I'm going to go through a couple things here. The first limb kind of segment that you're going to see is just some dead wood that the owners wanted removed from the parking lot. What happened in this scenario is, I think it's an Osage orange or something like that, but the way the limb was going out, I mean, the tiniest little limb, it got caught up on. So I had to go up and cut that, and then it comes down. But I thought I could get enough momentum where it would, guide off of that above limb. But that's something to keep in mind if you're cutting and you're looking up and there's a lot of entanglement going on. You might not be able to get a piece rigged out, and you might have to either clear out some of the top stuff first or do like I did here. I don't know. I would probably try not to set up multiple things coming out of the tree at once, but this was, overcoming a difficulty in the tree because my original plan didn't work, and then you got to have a backup plan and just execute and stick with it, and don't freeze up when you're in the tree when stuff kind of starts to go wrong. And not even in this situation it went totally wrong. It just got hung up a little bit. Here's where we get to the oak. The owners wanted some clearance done, so earlier when I said in the video that it was structure, it's not. It's clearance removal for some of the lower limbs on the parking lot. And this limb was pretty lateral and there was a lot of end weight on it. So we were just removing that limb in particular above where a majority of the cars would be coming in and out. Use some natural crotch here and just kind of, there's already a bed of debris in the parking lot, so I just dropped it right on top of that. On this job, I didn't include the video portion, but this is where I've had my only, I guess, problem with the Milwaukee saw. I think it got gunked up and I could not operate the chain brake, so I had to take the saw apart and get some gunk out of there. And once that gunk was out of there, I was able to utilize the chain brake again, and it worked. I've had no complaints out of that saw. It's pretty tough. I gave it a bad rap in the beginning, but I keep picking it up. now we're kind of getting into the land clearing, ivy removal part of the process. I told the owners that I would remove the ivy from the bottoms of the trees, and they were some big vines. I got some nasty poison something after this. I usually have long sleeves and stuff to protect myself, and I didn't that day, so I had to suffer through some poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. Probably all the poisons were on my body at some point doing this ivy removal. Ivy removals are kind of tough because you don't want to get into the cambium at all with your saw, so you have to be really particular with how you're using your saw and kind of finesse it. I didn't get most of it, but I captured some cuts. And then kind of around where that white wall is, there's a bunch of honeysuckle and debris. So I kind of used the dingo and brush cutters to clear all that out. That was what the owners wanted. And you can kind of see at the end as the dingo goes around the progress that we made. During this process, there were several trips to the dump to remove debris, so that's why some of this footage is split up. You know, once you fill a dump trailer, then you can take it and come back, and that's why it's kind of choppy. Just wanted to explain that there. Another reason I like the Milwaukee saw is because in the city, next to apartment complexes and stuff, I kind of want to be out of sight, out of mind. Like, that's why you see me putting the Dingo kind of behind that wall, kind of like inconspicuous. You don't want to just leave your stuff out in the open. And the cool thing about the Milwaukee saw is it's electric, so it's quiet. So you're not making people mad in an apartment complex, and you never really know how somebody's day is going, and the last thing I want is some kind of argument or altercation because of the sound of my saw. In some instances, that's unavoidable, but it's smart, in my opinion, to mitigate that risk if you can. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update here. We're at 1,900 subscribers. What? Thank you guys for listening and watching the videos. And there's a lot of new people coming in, and I just wanted to take a second and say thank you because it helps me out, especially right now. Things are slowing down, getting a little tight, trying to do the entrepreneur thing and some other things, and it's fun, but it's challenging, and we're building a skill set here, so you got to get the whole experience. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.